The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, European Union EU, and the federal government have underscored the need for a strategic approach to effectively tackle wildlife and forest crimes. Country representative of UNODC spoke at the inaugural ceremony of the International Consortium on Combating Wildlife Crime (ICCWC) Analytical Toolkit Nigeria in Abuja. He decried environmental degradation to have reached a high level, saying Nigeria had one of the highest rates of deforestation globally. He commended the adoption of the first national strategy to combat crime, recent establishment of Wildlife Enforcement Task Force, efforts to review legislative framework and boost criminal justice system to be the strategic steps taken. He also revealed that such efforts have started to bear fruit, with the ability of Nigerian law enforcement to seize illegally traded wildlife and forest products.
Excessive, unsustainable, and mostly illegal extraction threatens the livelihoods of local communities as well as the species who called these woods their home. Wildlife is not only threatened by the continuous shrinking of their habitat, but also by professional poachers as well as by local hunters. Organized criminal trade of wildlife and forest products through Nigerian ports has created a threat to biodiversity across the entire region. None of these developments have gone unobserved, neither by the government of Nigeria nor by the international community. These efforts have not yet been able to reverse the trend of excessive illegal extraction or to put an end to the role of Nigeria as a regional hub for the illegal trade in wildlife and forest products. The legal framework continues to evidence gaps, in particular as concerns penalties foreseen by the law. And recent cases suggest that investigators, prosecutors, and judges appear to require further capacities and resources to mount an effective and credible criminal justice response, in particular when organized crime is involved.
Also speaking at the event, Ambassador of the EU to Nigeria described the event as an urgent step for the survival of not just the animals to be protected, but humans. The ambassador, represented by the Program Officer, EU Delegation to Nigeria and ECOWAS, urged stakeholders to work closely at country level for the benefit of Nigeria and humanity.
Basically, this effort, when fully analyzed, is about the preservation of human species as much as it is about the preservation of wild animals. That explains why this event is funded by the European Union through the general grant for the implementation of the International Consortium for Combating Wildlife Crime, which include Nigeria as a target country. The European Union will continue to play a leading role in supporting actions that contribute to the preservation, conservation, and protection of wildlife, biodiversity, and the environment in general as part of our commitment to climate action. To achieve a holistic climate action, each and every nation must be prepared to do that, needful in pushing forward the green agenda, not just in the area of hardware, but also the soft side of things, which include efficient administration of justice in this regard.
During the official inauguration of the toolkit, Mr. Mohamed Abdullahi, Minister of Environment, said the toolkit would further boost sustainable management of forest and biological resources. Abdullahi, represented by Malam Stanley Jonah, Director of Planning, Research and Statistics, explained that the toolkit would ensure a world free of wildlife crime, a safer planet, and a global vision of living in harmony with nature.
We hope to continue to welcome and work closely with our development partners to sustain and heighten the tempo as necessary as we have resolved to leave no stone unturned in protecting and conserving our valued natural endowments for national development and for the sake of our planet. As you have observed, the responsibility is not for one entity to shoulder. It calls for strategic involvement of a broad range of stakeholders and partners, building a sense of ownership and responsibility that is required for qualitative and quantitative results.